bro, flights to Poland are like $500 round trip right now. Are you in? To which I responded, So I just got married recently. And that was awesome. Best day of my life. And a couple months before that, I went to Poland. So let me tell you about that. It was like 9:30 p.m. at night. My buddy JP called me as I was getting ready for bed, and he says, bro, flights to Poland are like $500 round trip right now. Are you in? To which I responded, Before we left for the trip, my buddy Jack was making fun of me in the group chat because I was barely active. And at one point, he said this. And from that point on, I was going in blind. But little did I know that this trip was not going to just hold one, not two, but three life-altering moments for me.
In just a few hours here, Jack, JP, and Colby are going to meet me here at the Cincinnati airport, and we're going to fly to Poland. After that, I have no idea what the plan is.
Oh! My mom's very adamant about like getting to flights just crazy early. Yeah. Like we'll want to leave by like 4:30. I was like, our flight's at 9:30. But we walked through security in like a minute and a half.
So we all met up in Cincinnati and flew over to London, where we had about a 20-hour layover. So after a day in London for our layover, we flew over to Poland, where I learned the place that we would be staying all week. The John Paul II Center in Krakow.
Kickflip.
After we fumbled around with Google Translate for about 30 minutes, we finally checked into the Pilgrim House. And that's when I met a very important person to this story, Father Bernardo. Where in the first few moments of meeting him, he told us something that none of us knew, that the next day we would be meeting Pope John Paul II's secretary, Cardinal Jivitz. Now, that's a really big deal, and if you're not Catholic and you don't know who Pope John Paul II is, let me give you some background. So Poland is a really important Catholic location for multiple reasons, but one of those is that it is the homeland of Pope St. John Paul II, who has one of the most insane origin stories of the entire world. Pope St. John Paul II hid from Nazis, he went to seminary underground, he was ordained secretly, he became a bishop while the communists still had occupation in Poland. All of this, of course, was before he became the literal Pope of the entire Catholic Church. After his death, which he evaded multiple times, including an assassination attempt, he was canonized a saint just a few years later. Okay, so back to us in Poland. Father Bernardo just told us that we're going to meet this man's secretary of 39 years, Cardinal Stanislaw Jivitz. Now, just meeting a cardinal is a big enough deal already, but Cardinal Jivitz, one of Pope John Paul II's best friends, I don't even really know how to like.
We're gonna meet Saint JP2's secretary tomorrow, just like so casually.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere. We finally slept like crazy and woke up the next morning to meet up with Father Bernardo after Mass and head to our audience with Cardinal Jivitz.
I want breakfast personally.
Me too.
Me too.
Morning. Good morning, Father.
And did you rest well?
Yeah. Oh, we got 12 hours of sleep last night.
Great.
Yeah.
Exciting wake up.
JP set the alarm really late.
I set the alarm 15 minutes before Mass, so I was like, surely it won't take too longer than 15 minutes to get ready. I'm ready. I was ready in 15 minutes. I really thought other people were gonna set alarms. That's all I'm saying.
Now, it was on the tram that I learned that young people in Poland will wear American sports jerseys as kind of like a ironic meme.
Go Knowles. Go Knowles. Are you from Florida?
No, but I wear in holiday.
Cool. I'm from Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go Knowles.
So that was an interesting interaction. So as we approached the cardinal's office, I packed away my camera and entered fully into this deeply impactful moment. So we walked down this picturesque, cinematic alleyway up to this big wooden door, and we knock on the door, and a religious sister opens the door for us. She invites us in, and we go into this lobby area where we stand. Father Bernardo, who meets with the cardinal often, greets him in Polish and explains that we're Americans, and he invites us into his office, and we all go in and sit down. He puts his hand on Father Bernardo, and he looks at me, and he says, "This is a very important man right here," in a very thick Polish accent, which was so reminiscent of Pope St. John Paul II, the man that he had worked beside for nearly 40 years. He looked at us and he said in Polish, and Father Bernardo translated to us in English, he said, "If you want to be a saint like Pope St. John Paul II, pray. Pray always. Pray every day, set aside time for prayer, and pray always. This is how you become a saint." This is something that really stuck with me because sometimes it can seem daunting to try to be a saint. But this reminded me that it's really not on us. All we have to do is show up and let the grace of God fall upon us, and that's how we become holy. We can't make ourselves holy. He gave us a blessing, and we took a picture with him, and he gave us each a rosary. After that, we went to the heart of Krakow, where Krakow was first founded.
He's one of those people where like you feel like he looked at you and just like knew your story. Yeah.
Now, even though Father Bernardo is from Argentina, he's been living in Krakow for a few years now, and he seems to be pretty much an expert on most anything we had questions about.
Yeah, okay, my friends. This is a hill, and this hill is called Wawel in Poland. And here, according to a very ancient tradition, there was a dragon.
Wow.
Who was the owner of the hill, and came a king whose name was Krak, and he fought against the dragon, he killed the dragon, he conquered the hill. This king, Krak, started with the city of Krakow. Krakow in Polish means the city of the family of Krak.
Wow.
That's the etymology of the word.
Wow. So is this hill like where Krakow started?
Exactly.
Does everything flowed from this spot?
Yeah,
Wow.
all the ruins here, like thousands of years they have these ruins here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know where's the
Father, does that happen where people just assume you work here and like will ask questions?
Always it happens. Always. What I will tell you now, you are free to believe it or not. You're always free to believe on it, but this, especially this. What is that for you? This is the bones of the dragon.
I believe it.
I'm in.
I don't. And there is a legend that the day those bones fall to the ground, the end of the world will come.
Nobody touch them.
No, like,
Have they ever been tested, those bones?
I have no idea. I think nobody, because it will break the legend.
Yeah.
Just
What animal is that big?
Big one could just be petrified wood. That does look like a bone, though. That one.
I'm full in on the dragon thing.
when you hear the bell of Segismundo rang, it is like the voice of the country and the voice of all the efforts of having our own land. On this altar, John Paul II said his first mass, the first time he celebrated the mass was here. Who was the first here?
Because of the windows are covered up.
Those stones are really very, very old. Maybe 8th century, 7th century. So
Underground right now.
yeah, we are underground.
Now we are, but it didn't used to be. Okay. They just kept building up.
Yeah, because when history passes by, everything goes up.
Yeah.
This is the tomb of the guy that fought in the American Revolution downstairs.
Okay.
This is the statue.
Wow. That's so baller. I didn't know that there was anybody from Poland in America at that time. I just know very little, I think. In general, like generally speaking, I know almost nothing about everything. But that makes it way more fun when you go places and learn things because you're just like, what?
You know, in Rome there is a very famous church that is called the Gesù. That is the main church of the Jesuits. And this one is like a copy of that. And here the parents of John Paul II got married.
And this church here,
This is another church, very, very ancient.
Are they connected?
No.
Like, was this the old church? They're just like, they just decided to build a church
Exactly.
next door. And they both have masses on Sundays.
Yes.
now we're talking.
John Paul II here was ordained priest. And you know, in the ceremony of ordination, there is one moment that the candidate lays down on the floor and the litanies are sung, asking the intercession of all the saints. The candidates stand up and they're crying, most of them. And there is a very, very emotional moment. Well, John Paul II here, on this very floor, laid down. Yeah, and he became priest. And you know, you are priest forever. If a priest goes to hell, there is a priest also still. That's the first thing, very important of this place. Second thing, very important, that when he was bishop of Krakow, he had before, when he was bishop here, there was a table, and every day he would spend here around 2 hours writing letters, his homilies, his speeches in front of Jesus the tabernacle. Yeah, over here. And then this place is associated also with his life of prayer, what the cardinal told us this morning. Yeah, very beautiful place.
Well, thank you for the tour around.
Yeah, thank you so much. Happy to meet you. Yeah. Okay, take care.
Yes, see you around. That was awesome. Just walked out of one church and immediately into another one.
Like, okay, I need a haircut immediately. I think I'm gonna try a new haircut that I haven't done before. I'm gonna go for a little bit more of a fade. And there's a barber here in Krakow that I'm gonna just take a gamble on and hope that it's good. Okay, now I have to find Jack and JP and Colby. I think they're up here. Yo, what's up?
Down at the low taper fade.
Yeah. No, so the guy right ahead of me actually did get a low tapered fade, and it was like a really low tapered fade. It was like a straight line and then a mushroom. And I was like, I hope she could do high tapered fades too. So after meeting the cardinal and the literal secretary of Pope St. John Paul II, I was already in shock. So when I learned what we were doing the next day, I was losing my mind.
Is this still an active salt mine?
Next morning, we woke up and headed to the tram. Then we got off and got on a bus, which took us here, the Wiewielskitska salt mine. This mine extends over 300 kilometers in total length across 9 levels, reaching depths of up to 327 meters below ground. And we're about to go down there, taking the steps. We're gonna get right back to me and the boys descending into the depths of the salt mines. But before we do that, I wanna tell you a little bit about the sponsor of this video, the new world-class streaming platform, EWTN+. When you're done watching this video and you wanna watch more truth-charting videos, you can head right on over to EWTN+. So on their platform, you have the latest truth-charting video, plus thousands of other great Catholic movies, TV shows, documentaries, podcasts, anything you can think of. You can access the new EWTN+ streaming platform by going to EWTN.com or by using the EWTN Plus app on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, Amazon Fire Stick, or you can access it via the free EWTN mobile app. A super huge thanks to EWTN Plus for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to Poland. Have you done this before?
Yeah, I did it last time and it was totally awesome. You gotta lick the walls at least once.
Oh, that's salt for sure.
That guy would have killed a 2011 dance floor.
As we descended lower and lower into the earth, I realized that most of the miners were Catholic, and in their free time, they would carve chapels. But I had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. The Chapel of St. Kinga is a massive 177-foot long, 50-foot wide, and 40-foot tall chapel, carved directly into the salt 331 feet under the surface. It was primarily carved by just 3 people over many generations. They carved everything from the salt rock: the walls, the ceilings, the floor, altar, sculptures, and even the intricate chandeliers made from salt crystals. The crazy thing about this is that they did this in their free time after they had already worked all day with their regular mining shift.
That's crazy. The guys were just like, all right, 12-hour shift in brutal conditions done. I can actually get to work.
I love that, like, all the details in a church, like the room for the priest, like in confessional, could have just like brought wooden chairs down. But they're like, no, we have to make everything out of salt.
Kayla texted me, she's like, have fun in the mines. I'm sure a bunch of Minecraft references will be there.
After our adventure exploring the mine church, we took a very tight elevator ride back to the top.
Nice and cozy.
Oh, and then we nearly missed our bus back to the center. We decided to spend the rest of the night back in downtown Krakow, where Jack presented a challenge to me.
We forgot to tell you this, but for your first challenge today, you have to get a Polish person to do 10 push-ups with you without speaking to them.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Having my tassel hat would have been a game changer on this one.
Your tonsils out?
My tassel hat.
For a video I'm making a challenge, 10 push-up.
Now, at this point, we're going to fundamentally ignore the fact that the people were not from Poland and they were from Spain.
Que no puedo hablar. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Sí puedo hacer. Yo también. ¡Hey! ¡You, mantén!
Now, at the end of this day, I was already thoroughly impressed with this impromptu trip to Poland, but there was still something crazy that was going to happen in a couple days, and I had no idea just how impactful that would be to my heart.
Are you alive?
Father picked us up the next morning, and we Ubered to a nearby train station where we rode to Częstochowa. Now, let me explain why this place has a particular significance to me. When I was 17, my mom got diagnosed with a specific type of kidney cancer. A few years into her battle, she had to spend most of her time in bed, and through that time, I vividly remember her praying for Mary's intercession unceasingly, literally unceasingly, praying rosaries and Marian prayers in a looped YouTube playlist of Marian hymns on her phone. I remember her telling me that these prayers to Mary really helped ease the pain. And for the times that it didn't help ease the pain, she knew that her pain was being offered as a sacrifice and as a prayer.
Now we will go to the chapel, where is the icon, this miraculous icon, very ancient. She's called the Black Madonna. Mm-hmm. She has not been moved from this place, like, imagine, from the 14th century, she's still there.
Father, the icon, somebody said, legend said that it was written by Saint Luke.
Okay.
Is that?
That's a legend.
It's a legend, okay.
Yeah. I think that might be true.
Yeah.
And it said that it was painted on the table, or one of the tables made by Jesus as a carpenter. That is the top of the table.
Is it written on wood, the icon?
Yeah, it's made on wood. Now the icon is closed. At 12 they close it, but at 1 they will open it again. So we have mass and we come back and it will be open already.
After her 5-year fight with cancer, my mom passed away in our home with my dad and all my siblings. Her whole family gathered around her bed. There's a part in the Hail Mary that asks for Mary to pray for us now and at the hour of our death. And one of the 15 promises that Mary gave to St. Dominic regarding the rosary is the promise of a peaceful death. Now, as confusing as it may be that she had to endure the horrible effects of cancer on her road to passing, the fact of the matter is, at the actual literal hour of her death, just after she had received anointing of the sick in an apostolic pardon, she passed away in our arms as we sang Marian hymns and implored the Holy Mother's intercession. Now, as a 22-year-old who had just lost his mom and grew up praying the rosary daily at her guidance, I knew what needed to happen. And the past 3 years have been a journey of learning Mary's spiritual motherhood in my life, learning that I can turn to her. And without searching for it, on a trip that I had absolutely no part in planning, here I found myself at the epicenter of Marian devotion, looking at an icon, meditating on that moment that Jesus looked at John at the foot of the cross and said, "Son, behold your mother." Nothing could have prepared me for what was going to happen on this trip, and I had no idea what the Lord had for me. But when you trust in God, you at least know that it's going to be worth it. And this impromptu pilgrimage was definitely worth it.